Hello, my name is Mr. Fisky, and I'm here joined by Weenus. Weenus, hello.
Hello yourself, Mr. Fisky. Pleasure as always to work with you. I'm excited for these games.
Well, I'm happy to have you here. We have a very exciting replay cast for this evening. We have Rush B versus ReGen Red in this Division C championship for Division 6 of NGS. Yes, it is very exciting. Well, I believe we should get to the games, so hold on just a second as we get those ready to rock and roll for your NGS Hot's pleasure. Ooh, I like this fancy music. What do you think about this music, Weenus?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I would prepare
All right,
for your cease.
so here we go. This is going to be ReGen Red here on the right. If you want to tell us about the teams that are going to be playing, take us away, Mr. Fisky.
All right, very good. Over here on the red side, we have Psychic playing the Taronda, Murder playing the Jaina, Zulkan.
5.
Who are you playing, Zulkan? I can't see. Is it Sylvanas? Yes. Arrow playing the Anu Barak, and in the top lane, it is Shui playing Thrall. Weenus, tell us about Rush B.
All right, thank you very much. We have Fatlock here. It's going to be playing the Johanna. We have T Lane, going to be playing the Ana. We have Great Poo2 playing the KT. We have Dominator playing the Lunara. And in the top lane, we got Sonya playing that Arcane.
So, Weenus, I don't really know how to play this all that well, so you'll have to help me. Tell me about this big bug.
Well, Anu Barak is a tank. He is like a beetle, I suppose. He does a lot of good stuns for his team. He also gets a web wrap where he can keep the other team, make it a 4v5 if necessary. But what we're looking at right now is in the top lane, we have a 1v1, and then we're going to look at this rotation of 4 players in the middle to the lower lane.
Oh my goodness, this game is so violent. I had no idea. That little deer is taking quite a bit of damage, a big beating.
Yes, indeed, but it's a Nubarak who's having to back out here. Arrow taking a lot of damage, backing back behind the gate. They should be okay.
Oh, look at this lady. Look at this lady with the gun. Tell me about her.
Okay. This is Ana. She is a healer. She does shoot people, that's for sure, with her gun. That a lot of healing goes out from that. That's how she heals people.
But Weenus, how can you heal people with a gun? It seems like that would hurt them, not heal them.
All right, yeah, that could be the case in most cases, but she actually shoots healing darts as they're fighting over this contested siege camp here. Arrow taking too much damage is dropping, and down goes Johanna. It is going to be a camp steal over here for Rush B.
So, Weenus, what does a camp steal mean?
Well, a camp steal means basically that you have taken the camp from the enemy team. So they wanted to take that camp, but they can no longer take it because you've stolen it from them.
Very good, very good. And what does this key do?
Oh no, Mr. Fisky, no, don't hit that. That's the wrong key. Hit escape on your keyboard, Mr. Fisky.
Oh, my apologies. Is that better?
Yeah, yep. You fixed it indeed. All right. So, Mr. Fisky, if you look, it's a 5v4 as far as levels, but very close behind. Now it's a 5 versus 5 at the very top. That means they're about even.
Oh, even Steven, I imagine. Yes. Very cheeky. Oh, is this another camp steal here from Rush B?
Yes. Yes, it is. Very good, very good. You are learning.
All right, so I see that there's some
temples shooting? What's happening here? Is this some kind of a laser light show? Nope. These are temples that are controlled by each team, and they will shoot damage onto the structures of the enemy team. So far there's going to be 2 temples that are spawning here, one in the top and one in the middle. And looks like ReGen Red will be taking the top temple, but here comes Rush B. Oh, are they going to fight again? Oh no! Zulkin is on fire! Oh, there's so much action happening. Oh, Arcane. Oh, this is... Oh my goodness! A dozen biscuits going over to Sylvanus? Yep. Sylvanus, that is Sylvanus. Oh no! Run for your lives, red team! Run! Oh, it looks like that beetle's taking a little nap. Indeed. Ana also has some sleep darts, so as well as healing people, she can also put them to sleep. It looks like the red team is taking a little bit of a beating. Well, they are behind right now, Mr. Fisky, but, you know, this game can switch sides back and forth quite often, so you never know exactly how it's going to turn out. Well, I do see this barbaric warrior woman beating on these poor, helpless camps over here. Oh my goodness! Oh, they're back. Okay. They weren't gone for very long. Yep, taking the camp does let them push for your team, and they do come back, so they are down, but not for very long. Oh, good. I detest violence. Well, sorry to hear that, Mr. Fisky, because there's going to be a lot of violence in this game. And it looks like these 2 teams are about to meet in the bottom lane. Tell us what you see, Mr. Fisky. Well, I see this these pair of Sandman. They've just been claimed for blue team, it looks like, and they are marching against Beetle Boy, and they are no more. Well, those don't seem very strong, do they? No, well, you know, it depends how much attention they get. That's true. Very, very true. So we're getting closer to level 10 here, and that's when we're going to see some ultimates pop up in the bottom down here in the talent tree. And then some really exciting things can happen. Well, what kind of things? Tell me. Are they wonderful things? Does everyone get to hug after this game is over? No, usually they'll play another game after this, and there might be some tears and some shouts of joy, depending on how you do in the match. Alright, very well. This fat lock doesn't look very fat at all, looks quite trim. I don't know why they call themselves Fat Lock. Well, it looks like another one of these laser light shows is about to begin in the bottom, and it looks like Rush B is covering it pretty well. Oh my goodness! That Joe Haha is taking a lot of damage and is running away. Run, Joe Haha! Run, Joe Haha! Yep, here comes ReGen Red. They are taking over the shrine momentarily. And then they have to back off themselves as they're taking quite a bit of damage. And they will be backing up a little bit. 10s have already popped here for Rush B. Let's take a look at what they picked up here. Leaping Strike, Nano Boost, Leap, Pyroblast, and Blessed Shield here for Rush B. And now we have 10s for ReGen Red. Why don't you go over those in just a second? But here comes a big battle. Mr. Fisky, what do you see? Oh my goodness! The Elven Man with the golden hair has dropped, and a big circle of ice has fallen on the field. And there goes the Fat Lock, who is not that fat, as well as our barbarian woman. What has happened to all of these blue players' wieners? Tell me. Well, Mr. Fisky, you don't have to get super worked up. But that was a 3 kills for none going over to ReGen Red as they take out Johanna. They take out KT, and they take out the Sonya. And now they're fighting over another beetle, a big boss here, which is going to push down the lane. Oh, but I see the blue players. They're coming to take it back. Oh, they can't quite get there in time, it seems. And that big beetle man will be pushing in the bottom lane. Indeed, it will, Mr. Fisky. You are picking this up quite fast. Let's take a look at the talents that were picked up by ReGen Red. Once they hit 10, we have that Starfall, that Ring of Frost, Cocoon, Earthquake, and Wailing Arrow here for the red team, hoping to use those in their next team fight. This is certainly a close affair at this point. Indeed. So it looks like the red team is beating on these barbarians in the bush once again. And they're running away. Are they scared? Well, it is a 4v5 here, Mr. Fisky, so they don't really want to engage too hard because they have their Thrall up in the top lane, and they definitely don't want to fight in a 5v4. They would rather have the 5 in the 5v4 than be the 4, if you know what I mean. Ah, yes. You definitely want to outnumber your enemy. It is part of the strategic tactics that I learned in boarding school. Oh, Mr. Fisky, you never told me that you went to boarding school. Well, I have my secrets, and I don't share them with everyone. But apparently, the world will know now. All right, be careful about what you share, because yes, you are correct. The world will now know. All right, so here we have ReGen Red going in on this bottom fort of Rush B. Rush B coming in from behind, setting fire to that Jaina, spreading it around, and down goes Tyrande. Down will go Jaina, and maybe we'll see some more. Who knows? Down goes the Earthquake. Mr. Fisky, what do you see? My goodness, I see the chaos. The woman with the gun. The woman with the gun just fell. The fat lock, who's not really that fat, is running away, and it looks like a possible re-engage. No, they are backing off. Yes, go to safety, but I do see that barbarian woman in the top did claim that top temple and is now fighting against many competitors in the top lane. Very good. And in the bottom lane now, it is a 3v3 as ReGen Red faces off for this temple. Down goes Lunar with that leaping strike, putting in a lot of damage, and here comes the Pyroblast from KT. Will it kill? Almost. Sylvanas does withstand that strike. It's going to be Fatlock who is returned to the market to be trimmed at the block as Johanna goes down, as well as your blonde-haired elven man, KT, gets taken out as well. Very close match so far, Mr. Fisky. What are you thinking so far? Well, I've seen a lot of death, a lot of killing, and not a lot of hugging. When does the hugging take place? Maybe at BlizzCon. I believe BlizzCon is where all the hugging will take place. And we'll just have to wait for it there. Alright, well, we'll do the best we can. Here we see that ReGen Red is backing off of the bottom lane. They've gotten a lot of value, but they need to heal up for the next combat. Yeah, you gotta be fresh. You gotta be ready to fight. That is indeed what you need to do. Oh, it looks like a little skeleton has popped up into this bush. It's got a face on it. My goodness. Look at that. And there's a beetle next to it. This game is amazing. How delightful. Mr. Fisky, I think there might be better things that we could look at than this face in the bush right now at this minute. Maybe, let's look at bottom lane. Oh, yes, of course. All right, here are the players. Enough of that fun head in the shrub.
Soon they shall bask in my...
What is Beetle Boy doing? Is he hiding? Well, kind of. Like, you can take a break in some of these bushes and hide so that the enemy team can't see you. Sometimes it'll give you an advantage on an ambush, things like that. So he just doesn't want to be seen. That's why he's hiding in the tall grass, just like the raptors from Jurassic Park. Oh, that movie gave me the heebie-jeebies. I can't watch it alone or at night. It's just too scary. All right. We don't have to watch it. I know you've seen it. That's just why I brought it up. Well, it looks superbly like the blue players on Rush B have this bottom temple. Wait a minute. Here comes the red players. They're all fighting. Getting low down. The barbarian woman and the fatlock who's not too fat dropped, as well as the deer. My goodness, there goes my blonde elven man's. Oh my goodness, and the lady with the gun. All die in the bottom lane on that tower. Yeah, this was a substantial win here in that fight by ReGen Red. They're now moving on to the boss. They're going to be taking that boss down. Boss is at a third of its health, as well as claiming this bottom tower. And this looks like this is a solid advantage here for ReGen Red. Oh, good. They claimed the Beetle Man. Where's the Beetle Man going? He is going in the bottom lane. He is going to go all the way to the front wall and try to get this keep. All 5 members of ReGen Red are in the bottom lane, and they are looking to push, ignoring this camp in the bottom lane that is going to die out to minions. And here is the push. All right. They are red people, and they are pushing in, looking to take out this building, I suppose. Taking some damage. Oh my goodness, there goes the deer again. Oh my. And that ice lady just blocked a huge fireball. It's amazing. The boss is still pushing. Murder. He is dead. Murder got murdered. Oh, that poor ice princess Frozen went down. Oh, and there goes Jojo again. And it looks like, oh, they're attacking the base. That's right, Mr. Fisky. ReGen Red is coming onto the base. They have the core down to 70%, and they are pushing for the win. That is how you win, by destroying this structure. They've got it down to 22%. 10% next. They get a kill onto KT, and that is game number 1. Going over to ReGen Red. Oh, magnificent. GG's. Am I saying that right? GG's. Am I saying that right? Yes. GG's means good game, and that's what they're saying. All right, Mr. Fisky, let's take a look. Let's take a look at these stats. Here in the stats screen. 5 kills for Rush B, 16 kills for ReGen Red. What does that tell you? Well, it tells me that ReGen Red is quite violent. Do they detest letting the enemy team live? Well, I mean, it kind of looks that way. But, I mean, this is a game where you want to try to beat up the other team any way you can. So, that's how they do it. 16-5. Some highlights here on the heals. Ana with 34k heals. Tyrande with 47k. Hero damage 45k from the deer, as you call Lunara. And 45k from Sylvanas on Zul'Kan. Dominator on Lunara. Very good. Some siege damage high on Lunara as well as Sylvanas. And I think that will take us out of game number 1. And I think we should get into game number 2. Mr. Fisky, if you could just address the scoreboard there. Give 1 point. There we go. 1 point to ReGen Red. Yes, you have done it. All right. It's time for us to get into game number 2. So if you could start that up whenever you can. Oh, yes. Let's see. I believe it's... Is it right here? That didn't open correctly. Let's try again. Clickety, clickety. I click on you. You open up, and we watch you. All right. Well, I think it's going to happen, but till then... We'll switch over real quick. All right. Here we go. The game is launching. Oh, it's time. It's happening. It's happening. All right. Let's jump into it. Oh, well, I see a screen. I don't see a game, Mr. Fisky. Sure you did? Oh, there we go. Okay, it seems that you've done things right. And it looks like everybody's on the same side, which is great. So our overlays will be up. Mr. Fisky, tell us who's on the red team.
Very good. Over here on the red team, I believe it's ReGen Red. We have Shui on Metal Faced Man. Metal Faced Man. We have Arrow on Cowboy. Recychic on Dancing Music Man. And we have Murder on Australian Bomb Boy. And Zulkan on I've Got Curved Swords Lady. Very good, Mr. Fisky. Alright, and over here on the left-hand side, we have Rush B. We have Dominator playing the Alarak. We have Fatlock 333 on the Stitches. T-Lane. We're going to call him T-Lane. Over here on the... My goodness. Oh, we already got the Alarak. We have Great Putu playing the Gul'dan. In the top lane, we have Arcane playing that Blaze. Dominator on the Alarak. It's T-Lane is playing, once again, it's Ana, not Alarak. Very similar headmast. My bad. Weenus, I thought you knew this game. It seems like you don't know much about this at all.
It's true, I'm working on it.
Alright, well it looks like there's a bunch of people fighting in the top, in the middle, and in the bottom lanes. They're fighting everywhere.
Yep, that's right. It's a 3-lane map, so people will be fighting in the top, in the middle, and in the bottom lane. Looks like we're going to see Rush B looking to get a point so far in this series of the Grand Championship. First game, of course, going to ReGen Red. We have two beefy boys in the top lane who are going to be exchanging hits back and forth. So we'll check back in with them. We're going to see most of the action here, I believe, in the middle. Ooh, look at that.
What am I seeing? What exactly is that?
That's called a B-step, Mr. Fisky, and it's when a player does a little bit of taunting, mostly in good faith and being a good sport, but sometimes just using it to taunt their opponents and make them make mistakes.
Oh my goodness, well, carry on.
No, Mr. Fisky, you carry on. What do you see?
Well, in the bottom lane, I see Swords for Hands fighting against Mr. Launcher Boy, and so far it looks like Swords for Hands is winning.
Yeah, Murder is a little bit low. He's about half health so far. Getting some shots in where he can. Alarak can be very deadly though, so you gotta be careful. Going back to the middle, tell us what you see.
Oh, well, Curved Swords Girl just took everybody on a pull and pulled them back. As well as a big boy here in his swim gear has a hook. He just hooked somebody with his bucket. Is that legal? How is that allowed? How is any of this sand gear going to do any damage against the other team?
You know, I'm not sure. I think it's just a skin. But all the abilities do cause the same amount of damage depending on if you have a real hook or a sand bucket. So that's just the way the game goes.
I see. All right, very well. In the top lane, we see these beefy boys still going at it. Who's going to win up here?
Hard to say. This map is really about the objective that spawns at the prison camps, which is activating right now. You have to channel here or here, on whether you're red or blue, and you want to try to free the prisoners from the cage, and then they all start marching forward after that.
Oh, wonderful. I love ponies.
Well, it might be a wolf, depending on if the Horde side rescues their champions or not. Not necessarily a horse.
Oh, well, I hope it's a horse. I hope it's a horse, of course. I hope it's, of course, the famous Mr. Red. Oh my goodness.
Everyone is fighting here in the middle, and they are beating on each other mercilessly, trying to get their rent for the month. Oh no, Swords for Hands goes down. The Fire Trash Can Man goes down as well. There goes 2 from the blue side. Yeah, there's 2 kills on Blaze and Alarak for ReGen Red. They're going to start a channel of their own. See if they can get that objective working for them instead of the other team. So we're going to see how this goes here. Rush B, maybe looking for a hook here from Fatlock. Trying to get a juicy target over the gate wall, but so far not grabbing anything substantial. Here they come in a 5v4 as Imperius is in the top lane. Oh, they're trying to cancel the channel. Yeah, they're trying to, but it's not working. Oh, he's so low. Down goes the curved swords girl. She went down like a load of bricks on a torn lolly. A what? A torn lorry. All right. That must be something I just don't know about, so we'll come back to that later, maybe. All right, there you go, Mr. Fisky. I'm sorry, they're not horses, but they are wolves with huge tusks, and they are marching in the middle lane, the top lane, and also in the bottom lane for ReGen Red. Can you tell me if there's any harm to animals in the making of this video game? Well, Mr. Fisky, it's a video game, so there's really nothing real happening right now. No one's getting hurt. It's just all pixels. Well, if you say so, I believe you. Oh no! Sword for Hands was in trouble, but now he's attacking. Oh, he's attacking the metal-headed one. Oh, he's going to get away. What a shame. Yeah, good escape there by Shui on Imperius. So, Imperius will live to see another day. Not getting trapped by Alarak. In the top lane, more the same. It's going to be, it's going to be Blaze versus ETC. Nothing extremely magical happening here as of right now. There is going to be a very close competition to level 10. As both teams are nearing it, that's when they get their heroic abilities. We're going to see the ReGen Red pick up their siege camp here in the top lane as well. As Rush B pick up their siege camp here on this side, so we're going to see them smash, crash, and bash into the middle. Well, I hope it's very exciting. That's what we live for, Mr. Fisky. It's excitement in every sense of the word. And I think we're going to see a fight over this soon. Keep your eyes peeled. Well, I see all of these wolf things hitting each other. What are they doing? Oh, yeah. Yep, those are the gnolls. They're picked up from the camp. They're going to rush down the middle, but now all that's left is players in the middle, and the objective is right below here and here. So let's see if we can watch and see what happens here. It looks like ReGen Red is going to go for the first channel in 15 seconds when it opens up. Oh, Big Boy is definitely choking up the... Oh, my goodness. There goes... Oh, it's a big circle on the ground. Music was playing. Fat Man goes down as well as Swords for Hands. It looks like they're chasing after Cowman, but Cowman survives. Yes, it is a 2-for-none favoring ReGen Red. They do get the kill onto Alarak and onto Stitches, not Fat Man and Swords for Hands. And they're going to start channeling this objective to free the prisoner and keep that on rolling. Well, why don't the blue people just go in there and take it back? Well, they don't quite have the numbers yet, but they read your mind because that's what they want to do next. And they're going to be fighting again. Mr. Fisky, they have secured their own camp, and the countdown has ceased. They're going to have to fight this out at some point, and some point soon. Well, very well. I hope to see it, and I hope to see it soon. Why are they just hiding on each side of the map? Shouldn't they go find each other? Yep, they can pick up team fights if they want to, but for the most part, they're going to pick up camps, like we're seeing here from Rush B. The camp just picked up over here from ReGen Red. They want to get resources on the map and give them to their own team. Well, it looks like they're going to fight here. But they look a little bit outmatched on the blue side. Oh, Cowman goes in. He's trying to split them up. But it's really... Oh, there's a big shield from the Music Boy, as well as a lot of fire coming out of Trash Can Fireman. Oh my goodness, there goes an explodable robot. And it's going to be Trash Can Man that goes down, as well as Music Cowboy. And there goes Curved Swords Girl. She goes down as well. What are they doing? They're still here. They're trying to cancel the channel. But they can't quite do it. And the Red Boys will have to walk it off. Yep, ReGen Red. I guess you could call them the Red Boys. That works as well. But here comes Rush B looking to secure this objective themselves. And they get a great hook onto Junkrat. And they blow him up. Alarak with the silence. Gul'dan with the poison damage. And there goes the kill. And there goes a channel. Looking at the 10 talent tier, Counter Strike from Alarak, Nano Boost there from the Ana, Combustion from Blaze, Horrify from Gul'dan, and Putrid Bile from the Stitches. Mr. Fisky, tell us what we see on the other side for ReGen Red. An icy sound barrier, a rip tire, a mosh pit, an angelic armament, and a warden's cage. Oh my goodness! Also, I see the Fat Man taking a lot of damage, playing Fatlock, and is able to escape. But Creepy Green Man and Swords for Hands, they go down in that fight. And it's going to be a 3v5, as it looks like ReGen Red has taken the advantage of that fight. Oh my goodness, Curved Swords Girl! Run! Run for your life! Run! Oh, Fat Man, you're in trouble! Oh, Fat Man does go down. And it looks like Music Hair Boy takes down the Fat Man. And there goes the counter once again for the Red Boys. ReGen Red. They're ReGen Red, not the Red Boys. Oh, my apologies. I'm just used to calling them the Red Boys. Alright, well, get used to calling them ReGen Red because that's exactly who they are. Oh, right, very well, Venus. You're such a stick in the mud. Oh, looks like a lot of damage is going out for Swords for Hands. And he gets hit by the huge robot and does get exploded as well as the Trash Can Fireman. My goodness. And there goes their fancy house in the bottom lane. Yes. Yes, absolutely. They do take that fort in the bottom lane, and they are going to keep pushing. Pushing with whatever they can. They want to try to take down as much structural damage in the bottom lane as possible. They do have that cavalry pushing. Looking to take down those towers. Let's see how far they get. Big fight here as Nano comes out. They're trying to engage onto the Stitches. Imperious diving in, as well as Lucio. The cavalry is almost down, but it's going to be Imperious who goes down first. There's a big fear from Gul'dan, splitting everybody up. ETC getting sucked back in. And possibly blown up. Yes. Gets sucked back in by the Alarak and does get the final killing blow from the Alarak. Able to get 3/4 of the health off of that mid keep. ReGen Red has to back up. Ah, yes, but the pony in the top lane, it's still pushing. It's got a lot of tiny little men behind it. Yep, a lot of push in the top. Down goes the pony. But do stay all of the orcs here and the elves, pushing out damage onto the structure here. Oh my goodness, what is that? What is that? What is that thing? This is the boss on this map. It is a rock man. And they are trying to take it out and add it into their push of their own lanes. And they do get it, and they are going to hearth back because ReGen Red is pushing for this mid keep. They want it, and they know that Rush B is not quite there yet.
Well, I see here they come, looking for a party. Looking to do the tango. Maybe it takes 10 to tango.
I believe the saying is it takes 2 to tango, but it takes 3 to cha-cha. I don't know. I don't know what the rules about dancing are. Not a very good dancer. Let's stick with the game.
Very well. Oh, Swords for Hands looks like he's in trouble, but he did get yanked around by the fat man in the inflatable intertube.
Yep, he did. That was a good hook by Stitches, defensive hook. But there's that boss pushing in bottom lane. No one is defending from ReGen Red. It is down to its last 5th of health though, so it is going to get taken down. Probably this towers is not going to make any progress onto the keep. But it's objective time. Tell me what I'm seeing.
Oh my, well it looks like the Wolven pups were picked up here by the Red Boys. And they're trying to defend their own camp here. They're pushing in, trying to put some damage onto the Fat Man and the Trash Can Man. And out comes the explosive robot. And it kills the Fat Man and the Trash Can Man all at once. What a wonderful play. Down goes the cowboy and he slides over Weapon Girl. And Swords for Hands. Swords for Hands goes down as well. Oh my goodness, this is quite a success for the Red Boys. Yeah, Rush B got some good kills in there. They got 3 for none. They're going to hold this point with Imperious. They're going to take the boss up at the top with the remaining 4 members. And this is going to be pushing in the top lane. In the meantime, Rush B has to respond to this push in the middle by the camp, as well as this this Knoll unit, I believe. What's it? Is that what it is? Won't tell me. Yeah, so the camp is cleared as well as the catapult minion for ReGen Red. They do claim the boss in the top lane, and they just need 7 more seconds, but it is Imperious who goes down trying to hold that. Well, it looked like Blue finally got theirs. They got a kill. And it looks like they're hungry for more. Get him, Fat Man. Get him. Hook him with your little sand bucket. Oh, they do get it. They get the channel. But now they have to hold it. And look at this big rock boy hitting on this big house up here.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna lose this keep up here, but they want to hold the point. It looks like ReGen Red has decided that they are going to take the camp instead. And it looks like Stitches did help secure that camp. Does go over to ReGen Red, and here's the fight. Oh, the Fat Man is getting pummeled, as well as Trash Can Man is heating up. There goes the explosive robot. It hits Fat Man right in the face. But it doesn't look like it's done very much. They only need 5 more seconds on the channel. Cowboy goes in, looking to get some kills. They get to pull back by the curved sword lady. Here they go. They're hungry for blood. ETC popping that mosh, trying to get some kills. Down goes Stitches. ETC though pays for it with his life. And Maev takes too much damage. Does drop as well. They do stop the channel though, so whoever wins this fight will complete the objective. Currently, it is a 3v4. ReGen Red has the advantage though because they have these lanes pushed. They have this pushing power in the mid lane, getting that camp. It's probably going to take this keep. Waiting in a standoff position, waiting for Maev and ETC to come back so that they can get a full fight going on. I don't know what's going to happen here, Mr. Fisky. Well, it looks like Rush a Bear lost their keep here, their house in the middle lane, and it looks like they want to fight. Fat Man has just come back from his little nap, but currently it looks like a 3v3 here in the middle. I don't know who's going to win this one, but it'll be exciting. Exciting indeed. The channels are starting to happen. And they are completed here by Rush B. They do win the objective. They are behind one level in this race to 20. Let's see where this goes. Let's see how much value they can get out of this cavalry. Oh, are we going to see horses now? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Fisky. There are no horses. It's wolves and rams. Those are the only mounts by the cavalry in this game. Unacceptable. I was promised horses. I wanted some horses. Well, Mr. Fisky, maybe in the next game we'll see some horses. That's all I can promise you right now. Very well. Very well. Oh, that ram just got ramshackled. Yep. They did a good job of defending mid. Here comes a push into the bottom lane. Looking to get some damage onto that keep, but here comes ReGen Red, ready to fight. Let's see what happens. Oh, it looks like Rush B is going to back off. Let those, they're looking for level 20. Oh, I see. Well, they're almost 20. They'll probably get it very quickly. Oh, there it is. 20 to 20. Yep, there's a 20 to 20. The only cavalry that's still existing in this push is in the top lane. So that's where everybody is going, trying to take this boy Downsington. What did that ram ever do to them? Why are they beating on it? Well, I believe, Mr. Fisky, it's because they're trying to destroy their fortress. That's why they're attacking the ram. Okay, fine. It makes sense. It makes sense. It's a little bit disturbing and upsetting. Well, I'm sure it'd be a lot more disturbing if it was horses instead of rams. Indubitably. Alright, top fort is still standing though. There's no fort still standing here for Rush B. They have one keep at 1/3 health, so in a lot of trouble here. Rush B needs to put up a huge defense, get some kills, get some push going. At least everyone's on the same equal talent tier. Boss play being considered by Rush B in the bottom lane, and they're disengaging. They do not want that boss at this moment. Instead, they're just going to clear mid of the camp and figure out their next strategic strike. Maybe it's Rush B that wants this boss in the bottom lane. I'm not sure. Well, it looks like Spooky Green Man went back to base. Looks like he's going to fight all of these red minions here in the top lane. Yep, he's going to do some wave clear there. And in the bottom, oh, we could see a team fight here as ReGen Red decides to go hard on the boss. And they are going to DPS it down as fast as they can. Rush B is nearby. I'm sure they'll intervene. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. Well, why don't both teams just beat up on the boss together? Take it for, share it and split it. Well, that's not exactly how it works. You have to take the objective, take the boss, and then at that point, here comes a huge mosh and a big fear coming out from Gul'dan. And there comes the Riptire doing a lot of damage onto the blue team. Mr. Fisky, take it away. Out comes Trash Man's big explosive fire. It takes so much damage, but down goes the Fat Man. Down goes the Curved Sword Woman, as well as Swords for Hands, and the Trash Can Burning Man. That's right, it is a 3-for-1 favoring ReGen Red as they get another kill onto Gul'dan, and they might be in a position now to end. Contemplating that camp, bypassing, they're in the position to win. They have 40 seconds on all of the heroes to end this. Only Ana up. And there is the attack onto the core this time, which is in fact a big dwarf. A big dwarf indeed. He's got spinny axes. Spinny axes aplenty, but he's falling fast. He's down to 300 HP, and he is down. Oh my goodness. GG's. Game number 2 going over to ReGen Red. let's take a look at the post-game report. And Mr. Fisky, if you could update the scoreboard. Very good. All right, let's take a look at the stats here. My goodness. All right, so 10 kills for Rush B, 18 kills for ReGen Red. They definitely had the team fight recipe worked out there. They were winning most of those. A lot of kills on Junkrat and Imperius and Alarak. Alarak is a scary hero to play against, Mr. Fisky. Oh, indeed. He's got swords for hands. How much scarier can it get? I agree. Sword for hands. It might just be the skin. I think he has normal hands at some other point. But yeah, so ReGen Red taking the second victory in a row. And we're going to get into game number 3 right after this.
Oh, right. Well, I think it's time we get into game 3. Let's do it. Okay, I think I've got it this time. Over here on ReGen Red, we have Recychick. Recykick, yes. On the weaponized gun lady, we have Murder on this cute high school student. We have Zulkan on this over-aggressive policeman. In the top we have, Armor Boy Magoo, Shui. And in the very bottom, we're missing one more. Who is it? Oh, it's Arrow, playing some kind of mechanized warrior of some sorts.
Yep, that's about it. All right, and on the blue team, we have Rush B, we have Arcane playing Artanis, and we have Fatlock playing Diablo. We have T-Lane playing that Malfurion, Great Putu playing Hanzo, and Dominator playing Zeratul. Zeratul? Is that something you could say in America? A tool? Yeah, that's his name. His name is Zeratul. He's not a tool. Never mind. Forget it. Let's just look at these fights. Oh, right. So I think I know how this works now. In the top, we have the beefy boys hitting each other as much as possible. And in the bottom, we have 4 on each side trying to hit each other as much as possible. Yeah, pretty much. That's the way that this map works. It's a 2-lane map. So you're going to have 4 in the bottom, 1 in the top. Eventually, we're going to be fighting over the Immortals on these points here. So you're going to see some really big beefy boys, and both teams trying to burn them down as fast as possible. Oh, I look forward to that. I do enjoy some beefy boys. Oh my goodness, and it's going to be the toolbox who goes down first here in the bottom lane. Rest in peace, my friend. May your screwdrivers and wrenches ever succeed in the afterlife. Yeah, it's going to be ReGen Red who gets the first blood down there. They will take this siege camp as well. That will help them push in the middle lane. Getting ready and prepped for the fight in the middle for the Immortals. Alright, so in the top lane, this other boy has 2 sword hands as well. Is this the same person as last game? No, Alarak is a little bit different. It's just the skin, but yeah, there are 2 sword hands also for Artanis. He is a Protoss. He likes to do a lot of dirty things. Oh my. Alright, well, it looks like the big horned demon boy has gone in onto the police officer. Officer Barkborg. Doesn't look like he got any kills, though. Nope. Greymane was able to get out of that. It was close, though. Very close. And we're going to see the Immortals spawning in 25 seconds. So both teams are going to start trying to pick up their camps here. Cruiser camps. for ReGen Red, and it looks like Rush B is going for an invade. Oh yes, an invade. I know what that means. They're going to steal this camp from the other team. It looks like they're going in on the police officer McGruff. They don't quite get the kill, but they are going to take the camp. Oh my goodness. And it's going to be Toolbox dropping once again as the fight continues. Run, two swords for hands. Run! Alright, so the camp is stolen here by Rush B. They get that camp steal, and they're going to start on the Immortal. They're going to try to burn it down as fast as they can. And it looks like we are going to see a back happen here for not for Zeratul, but for Artanis. ReGen Red jumping onto their Immortal, having a lot of shred with that gray main and with all their members being present. They do bring it to halftime, and they do have the lead here, and both teams are going to have to reconfigure and decide if they want to defend or attack. Oh, I see. So the blue team wants to hit the red big boy, and the red team wants to hit the blue big boy. It makes so much sense. Wow, that was way closer than I thought it would be, and Rush B is the one that wins. Oh no, I apologize. It is ReGen Red who wins out. They keep their Immortal alive, and it will be jumping up into the top lane. Full health, no shield though, and it will be pushing up there against Rush B. But why are the beefy boys in the bottom lane? Oh, I see. They have switched to the bottom now. So the big beefy boys switch lanes. I love it. I love a little road trip, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure anybody knows what you mean, Mr. Fisky, but you got it right. Yes, they did switch to the bottom lane. That is what they're doing now. The big beefy boy is about to fall and does go down. And it looks like the red boys are going to be backing off just a tad. Once again, Mr. Fisky, it's ReGen Red. Not the red boys, but okay. We'll work on that. It's my first time, Weenus. Give me a proverbial break. Whatever you want, sir. You got it. Alright, so it looks like we're going to be fighting over this camp, though. And Rush B is going to be backing off as ReGen Red does claim the camp. They get it for themselves in the bottom. It looks like Arcane is going to claim this bottom camp for Rush B. Working his way through slowly but surely. And these teams are going to keep on fighting in the mid, or in the top rather. And let's see what they do. Oh, the beefy boys are fighting it out in the bottom, and it's going to be Metal Man who takes it away from Two-Hand Sword Man. Yeah, good steal there from the Orc as it's taking away from Artanis. Artanis doing a lot of the work there. Feels bad, man, getting that stolen away. Oh, all the big boys coming back. It looks like they'll be here in 20 seconds. I love the big boys. Yes, the Immortals will be back in 10 seconds now. But we might see a camp steal here from ReGen Red instead this time. They're working on that last minion, and here comes Diablo for a smash. He gets a wall grab, and it's going to be a big fight. Oh my goodness. It looks like Devilman has taken too much damage and has gone down. Two-Hand Sword Man also falls, and the camp is effectively stolen by the red boys, and they're going on their blue big boy. Yes, they do steal the camp, and ReGen Red is close to 10 as well. They get it to halftime as the Immortals are going to do a little bit of a dance in the middle. They're going to switch around and pop out somewhere else. And here they go. All right, ReGen Red is getting ready to take out their big boy. Oh, and they are doing a marvelous job. They're bringing it down super low. And also, it looks like they want to fight these little bruiser camp boys next to them. They are going to be able to take this as well, it looks like. No camp steal this time. Yep, ReGen Red is going to take their Bruiser Camp. Excellent timing, pairing that with the Immortal, which is going to be going bottom. As you can see on the minimap with that crosshairs going to the bottom, ReGen Red, all 5 members are down there with the Immortal. They have a camp pushing top, which Artanis is going to try to defend. And here is a push coming from ReGen Red. Let's see how far they get. Well, I see 4 blue boys in the bottom. Let's see what Toolbox can do. He's on the outside. He's looking to go in. But he's going to fight the small boys instead. I think that's a good idea. Oh, no. Down goes the bearded green boy. How will they defend without him? Well, he will be back in 12 seconds, so maybe he'll be able to rejoin the fight in just a minute. The Immortal, though, still has 1/5 of its shield still left, ready to go, and they are pushing in on the keep. Oh my goodness! Ninja Arrow Boy took a big walloping on his head and goes down. And that Toolbox is in trouble, has to back out. And down goes the house for the blue team. Oh, everyone's taking a nap. Oh! Oh my goodness, the ground just turned black and blue. And down goes the bearded man again, as well as the Toolbox and the horned demon man. Red team is making a huge play here. Yes, and the core is down to 17%, and ReGen Red is still pushing forward, and they get it. And this is game number 3 going over to ReGen Red. And that is it. That is a best of 5, and so 3 will do it. Let's take a look at the Statsronies. My goodness, Mr. Fisky. This is a 3-0 going over to ReGen Red. They are the Season 6 Division C Grand Champions, and well deserved. 9-0 in kills. A good fight though from Rush B in all 3 games. They poured their heart into it. They never gave up, and they fought as hard as they could. It's the way the play here from ReGen Red was just a little bit too good, and carried it 3 games in a row. My goodness, what a wonderful display here. Yeah, it's Hanzo. It's got 19k hero damage from Great Putu. We got Zul'Kan on Greymane, 21k, putting in a lot of damage on the Immortal. So much shred from Greymane. It's wonderful. I'm sure that definitely contributed to ReGen Red winning a lot of those Immortals. And that push at the end was fantastic. Fan-smashing. All right, I think that's it for us. Mr. Fisky, take us out. Well, I just wanted to thank all of you for tuning in to Mr. Fisky's first cast. I look forward to seeing you in the future. And thank you, Venus, for such a wonderful time.
Thank you, Mr. Fisky. It was my pleasure.
Very good. You can find me on Twitter at Fisky, please. And that's about it. What about you, Weenus? Where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at MoistWeenus or on twitch.tv/MoistWeenus.
Most excellent. Well, we wish you all the best of luck in the Nexus, and we'll see you in Season 7 of NGS. Yes.